Mute myself so I don't blow my eardrums out. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. All right, I think we're ready. I think I clicked on everything. Did I click on everything? Da-da-da. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, I'm back. Trying to do this so that I can see both chats without fucking breaking my neck. Can I put this one up? There we go. I'll put Streamlabs down here. That works, I think. Somebody say something in one of the chats. Welcome. Oh, hang on. I gotta change my Discord settings. I changed the way my stuff was set up. I need it to go to not that device. This one. Where is the applause? Ow. Hey, there it goes. Ow.
No, this is okay. This is okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Yep.
Yo.
Where's the save button on the settings in Discord?
Selena's in stream.
I saw that. Can't DTD with, sure. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I can
Yeah.
still hear you. I had to, the headphone jack on my microphone's messed up, so it was giving me static on my headset, so I'm running my headset off my monitor now. We are on, what, day 3?
Yeah, no, we're almost there.
So I've decided we're impressing Yuri. Crazy, extremely crazy, sort of crazy. Has something to do with spiders, judging by the creepy hair clip and the poem about spiders.
And the man.
And he's a man. Um. I'm not reading the words I'm picking, I'm just picking them. None of these words fit the character that I'm choosing.
So I just watched Leonardo DiCaprio naked crawling out of the stomach of a fucking horse.
I'm assuming you're referring to The Revenant.
Yeah. So far it's okay. I don't know why this was... I haven't got to the end yet, but so far this hasn't been his most amazing movie.
Isn't that well, we all know you like The Wolf of Wall Street.
I like The Wolf of Wall Street. I like The Great Gatsby better than this so far, but I mean, so far most of the movie, his neck has been slit and he can't fucking act. All he's doing is running around in the goddamn woods.
And then there's Django Unchained, which the only reason anybody likes it is because it was a commercially acceptable use of the N-word. Just kidding, it wasn't acceptable. But it was a really good movie. Despite the fact that they changed the color of the main character, just saying.
The main character? You mean the guy Leonardo DiCaprio plays?
No, the guy that Jamie Foxx plays. In the original
Who?
movie, which came out in like the 60s, the character was white.
Oh.
I think it was the 60s.
I don't know. Pick a goddamn letter. Word. You know what I mean.
1966 was when the first one came out.
Captive.
What? Oh.
Your word.
I keep picking the wrong words. Unrestrained playground. Oh, man. I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha.
Hot.
You must have a lot of determination. Selena's not here to correct my pronunciation. I'll say what I want wrong when I want to. I'm sure once it gets to that part, she'll comment. Starting this club and now picking up piano will maybe not determination, but multitasking. But I guess passion. A strange word to use. Not really, not that strange, but remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out with the festival too. I'm sorry, this game's super boring so far.
Fucking speed through.
Just power my way through this part.
Yeah, power.
I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna
Forget
be
the
great.
voices. Just go. You can pick up the voices once we get to the good part.
I feel like that's gonna make what's supposed to be the good part so much worse.
You look adorable.
It's weird that you just told me I look adorable, Cole.
Yes, Michael, you look
He was
fabulous.
talking to me.
That is a lie.
It's actually getting you. Like
Yeah.
the layers.
Eh. What are you complaining about? It's just yesterday, Natsuki. Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's the whole day of school. We get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. So you sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, they don't usually have fried squid. I feel like that wouldn't be very good. I feel like fried squid is not,
I don't know. I feel like fried
delicacy
squid
of
could
kings.
taste really good.
Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to because she's a hentai star. Right?
The fuck you just say to me?
She's looking forward to squid because she's into hentai.
Hot damn.
Hot diggity, dog diggity, oh, what you do to me? Oh, come on. Are you saying that you don't like squid? You of all people?
I'm not a huge fan. I like crab. Crab's really
You
good.
unmuted me right as I heard us, right as the echo.
Echo?
Echo?
What are you talking about on Echo?
Literally as soon as you... That, right there. Did you not hear it?
No?
So if
Actually,
you leave yourself off mute, I can hear myself talk because you're using speakers.
Oh, shit.
On my face.
There, is that better? So I watched part of Thor Ragnarok and it was pretty good. I'm gonna have to watch the full movie now.
You of all people. Ah, stop distracting me, Cole.
Power.
I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean, you of all people? Because...
Start reading.
It's right in your name. Monica. That's not how. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Question mark? Never mind. I bet because her name probably is similar to the pronunciation of squid in Japanese.
Oh? I cannot pronounce it, so sure. Stop fraternizing with the chat.
I know who it is.
I know. It's fucking Josh, right?
I think so, yeah. It's either Josh or Joe, and Joe doesn't like me that much, I'm pretty sure, so it has to be Josh.
Yeah, that works. That's gone good. Yeah.
Good fucking lord.
Nothing.
You receive inspiration today, really, Joe?
Dude. It's fucking insane.
He said, yes, it's Fu King Josh.
Yeah. What out? We was west far. How far from here? 13 miles. No question. The Yellowstone. The horse saddle. $5.
Cole, go shamelessly self-promote me in every streaming group you can think of.
I kind of stopped being in those. Ouch. The dip. My boy.
What?
Hold on, let me go to predicted views. On Social Blade, you went up to a D+ streamer.
On what?
Social Blade? It's kind of like a grading system for streamers and YouTubers.
So
you got promoted to.
I'm a D+. I'm technically passing. I've heard it's really good. I didn't have a Wii U, so I didn't get the first one, and then I did buy the second one because it was like $60, and I didn't know if I'd like it. Let's just focus on our own event for now. Okay. I have to click in the thing to actually get it to work. Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. She's depressed because I told her I'd walk home with another girl.
Unbelievable.
Right now I have to look at figuring out why my check engine light's on again.
Did you say your check engine light?
Yeah, on the Durango's on again. It's probably the same problem, and I just need to do what I should have done the first time and change the spark plugs. I just haven't done it yet. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spaced out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It's just, you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine. See? Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright, if you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else, but the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Michael, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading a little too much into... reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is eagerly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Michael. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask you if you knew anything. I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her, and I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she's just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Michael. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like the extra light was turned on, like an extra light was turned on inside her. What? No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it's always been. You're so funny, Michael. Have you ever thought that maybe you see her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to a conclusion, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting it weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the only one behaving out of the ordinary. Yawn. Ugh. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book, but she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look on her face. I realize that she won't get anywhere like this. We've never really seen Yuri approach anyone and start a conversation on her own. I've never really seen Yuri. She doesn't talk to people. So I have no choice but to approach her myself, but now it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk. I sitting one next to her own. I didn't mean to bother you or anything. Relax. You didn't even do anything, but I couldn't tell that you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How are you even able to tell what I'm thinking like that? Because she's a psychic. Well, it's something that I do a lot. So it wasn't hard for me to spot that based on your posture and expression. Not that I'm staring at you or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you're right. I'm sorry I caused you any concern. Don't apologize. Your troubles are only the concerns of those who are willing to share in that concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. But if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori, yeah, she seems a little bit off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit it to me, so I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, that's quite romantic. Sorry. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that, it's just I didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends a really long time, that's all. Ah, I see. Then perhaps it's unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings, or maybe I'm just reading a little too much. Michael, there's a world full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. So you think there might be something behind it after all? I think Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerisms on the outside don't always watch what may be going on the inside of her head, and she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behavior today too, and I also feel some concern for her, but in your case, it looks like we're fully occupying your thought. It looks like she's fully occupying your thoughts, wasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess, but you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Sayori suddenly... I'm talking about Sayori too much. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she's searching for something. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves, and you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware were in you. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. Ha ha ha. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Anyway, as long as we're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it, yeah. It should take my mind off the whole thing anyway. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? No, not at all. She's gonna drug me. Is she gonna drug me?
She's not gonna drug you.
I mean, she could. She totally could.
But she's not going to.
Just let me make inferences. It's what I do. Josh, does she sound like she wants to drug me? She wants to read a book and drink tea? Sounds pretty much like something that people that were going to drug you would say. I have 2 viewers on YouTube. I wonder who both of them are. Probably the same person. If there's one thing I can make myself reading time here. Any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch her as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf. The kind with the filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettles down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking and mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds explaining this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. I think that's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Michael in club activities? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Let's go, Michael. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. She was very assertive there. It was weird. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that, it made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? Yuri, no, I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also right for Monica. It's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Michael, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because titties. It's pretty obvious. Because nothing that you do is bad as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you're always amplifying things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No, wouldn't you hate me if for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would I be? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Michael, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you, too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better anyway. Oh, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Michael, do you like oolong tea? No, I prefer short tea, personally, but we're gonna probably say yes. Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well, Yuri. Set the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. It shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a little bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. It's because she wants the day. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Michael. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't... I can't... I keep burping. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour tea for each of us. Michael, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. Yeah, I would imagine you have back problems. Please, nobody request the song. I know what's coming next. Those of you that aren't watching on PC, I'm glad, because I don't think the tokens thing works on the app. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at a desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, and I do my best to manage it. You wouldn't have back pain if your back wasn't literally at, like, an angle that it's not supposed to be. Your back is literally bent backwards. Plus, you know, you're, like, trying to touch your elbows behind your back, forcing your chest out more. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's mostly because of your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes. I have terrible reading posture. Is that a thing? Is his reading posture a thing?
I mean, yeah.
Look up appropriate reading posture, somebody.
I mean, an appropriate reading posture would be sitting up with your shoulders squared back. But...
So that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. I have a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I take it since it will go well with the tea. I don't think chocolate and tea really go well together. It's more like tea and biscuits. Anyway, Yuri and I sit together against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding half of the book, except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. Next thing you know, she'll be sitting on your lap. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer, our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup, holding it with my hands that's not holding the book. I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and then I can only presume the world around her has faded away. And I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with a chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the page. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands and holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my legs. Well, in that case, Yuri, already focused on reading again, I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. And then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation is completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Michael, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was, yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. She wants me to keep feeding her. Can't use points. Your recent events panel isn't open in Streamlabs. Streamlabs. No. Am I not logged in? All right, there you go, Josh. You only have 24 points anyway. You can only request like 2 songs. That reminds me. Do, 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 do. Went ahead and ended the poll from the other night. You don't need to stop or anything. I see the situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell her by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips, but it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Okay. It was getting a little weird. She was gonna like deep throat the finger there for a second. You aha? Aha. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Michael, can you help Yuri put away the tea? You can help Yuri put away this tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah, Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Whose poem do you want to read first? All of them. I want to read them all. Michael, your writing has only improved in the last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think it ever came to me this naturally, Yuri. That's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri genuinely smiles to herself. This feeling, I'm so glad I got the chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioning that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something and you never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, but it's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiles sadly. Michael, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway, but books are so full of amazing and inspiring people you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face, or a deep thinker, problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you think of it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day, you know? And those friends don't laugh at me, they don't tease me for spacing out all the time, they don't make fun of me, they don't make fun of my body type, and they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you. I'm not a know-it-all, Michael. I'm the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all of these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But that wasn't until now. That's when I started sharing with you, and that I really understood what I was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No. What's wrong? Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a difficult person, Michael. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me just like anyone else. It's just so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. But that's why every time I talk to you, I feel really happy. I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri, and if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined this club hoping I would make friends, and I would say I've had at least one success, wouldn't you? If you put it that way, yeah, we really are friends now, aren't we? Yuri puts her head in her hands, but this time she's smiling as she does it. Do you want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of the earth castically meets the surface. Is that castically or chaotically? That's chaotically. I can't read. Where the womb of the earth chaotically meets the surface under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds and endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sand castle when the sand isn't wet, but when the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give it, or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sand castles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempting the foamy tendrils turn back, and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward, I return to earth forevermore. Was she thinking about drowning herself in the ocean, or was that I don't know. I got a lot of really weird vibes from that poem. That wasn't what I meant to do. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. You say that like you didn't even want to write about it. Oh, you haven't heard? After yesterday, Natsuki and I was assuming that we wrote about something similar in such different ways. So Natsuki wanted to write about the same topics as each other again. I suppose to better compare differences in our writing styles, or through progress. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she didn't want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing styles. I just went with her request, but well, I suppose it's not bad to write about something simple on occasion. Sorry, Josh, I know you're at work and my yawning isn't helping you stay awake. It can be refreshing, it's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. I'm gonna go grab a soda. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go nowhere. And we're back. So do I need to share my feelings on that poem? Is that a yes or no, guys? Or what I think that poem was an analogy for, rather?
Sorry, what?
Do I need to share my thoughts on that poem?
No.
No? You don't want to know what I thought it was about?
Sure, what did you think it was about?
It was definitely about erotic asphyxiation.
Was it?
Do what?
Was it?
I mean, that's what it seemed like.
Okay.
Or are you just trying to...
No.
I mean, is that a good assumption? Or does it ever
Yeah.
tell you what the poems are about?
No, it doesn't ever tell you what they're about. But you can kind of piece together.
Well, I mean, yesterday her poem was about cutting herself, so it only makes sense that she can only, get off when she's trying to kill herself.
Yeah.
I mean, judging from the fact that, they build the characters that way in this, from what I understand.
Yeah.
You just want me to get through this day because the good stuff starts happening tomorrow, right?
Right.
Alright, I'll rush through these next 3. Sorry, ... It's nice, I guess. Come on. I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't have to worry about that. I think, after all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Oh, great. She's gonna, off herself. She's gonna be the first one to do it. I didn't write it for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant, though. I wonder if you just change your choice every day as to who you're writing for, does it change the outcome of the game at all? Or does it keep them happy and avoid like this?
I mean, everything's just kind of unavoidable anyway, so...
So my choices are completely irrelevant, is what you're telling me.
I can't really say anything without giving too much away.
So we'll just continue through. I'll finish the game, and then we'll have an in-depth discussion stream at the end.
You picked Yuri, right?
Yes.
All right, just keep going with Yuri.
That's not really what I meant, though, but it's okay. You're making new friends, just like I was hoping. It makes me feel happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. Good. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Michael. Sayori, is there something wrong? Huh? It's nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can go play with everyone else now if you insist. Yay! I'm going to go home a little bit early today, Sayori. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Because she's gonna go kill herself. Great. I made the wrong choice, and now somebody's gonna die. No? Maybe? Just keep playing? We'll just keep playing. Who should I read next? Meh. I guess you really haven't learned anything after all. Honestly, I don't know why I get my hopes up in the first place. What? I didn't think this one was bad. What did I do wrong? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding and express something. It's just it's going to just sound like you're forcing it unless you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short all of the sudden. Don't tell me you're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know, Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean looks like I'm in trouble. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I am so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed back over to me. Take your stupid poem, and if you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of pain from the start. At least Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. This one was really short. We may do 2 days. If that's all right with you guys. It's okay, Selena. We still love you. Hi, Michael. Have you thought about what to submit to perform? To submit is not necessary in that sentence at all. Just strike through it. Have you decided what to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing. Being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem. I'm holding it in my hand. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last one I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. But the best way to describe it, she's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too, or when she's talking about literature and the light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows how much goes into that? Who knows? I'm just throwing in random words. Who knows what's going on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. It just means that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. You completely misunderstood. Calm down. I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? A fictional one, anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying that anyway. I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift in the sky, victim to the currents of the wind. The day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. What happened? Oh, somebody was... I was like, what happened? Somebody messaged me on Facebook. Glimmering in the twilight sky until one day the wind ceases to blow. I fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eye and I find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I'm thinking, and before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for the answers is the sort of thing that gives life meaning. It's not too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my... But it's kind of what's on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, there wouldn't really be anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. I mean, you mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid that it's not good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You diverted from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Oh, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. It seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and she went home a little early. Is that so? I hope she's all right. Seriously, of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. The curious expression coming over Yuri of all... That curious coming over Yuri of all people... Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything's fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them in different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. As for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling posters and poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for you, Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. And you're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Geez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if you can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know. You should help make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Michael. You're the one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way for you to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would really appreciate that. That's Monica suggesting that I spend a weekend with one of my club members. How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if I don't even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work that I can give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Michael may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance, so therefore he may be more suited assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just wanting an excuse for Michael to... Wait, what are you saying? I'm being fought over. I'm reading unnecessarily fast, and I feel like it's getting difficult to understand me in the stream, and I apologize, but I'm trying to make the best out of it. And baking isn't just what do you think. Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Michael how he decides to decide how he would like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten a chance to spend any time with me yet, you know. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though, geez, can we just settle this already? Yeah, Michael, you're okay with this, right? At the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going with... I can pick whoever I want at this point, right? It doesn't matter. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna pick who I've been going with the whole time, but does it have a major effect on the game?
Pick Yuri.
I'm assuming you're saying this because we've been going with Yuri the whole time so far.
Yeah, just go ahead and pick Yuri.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We ruin our life?
I mean, you can do what you want. It's not really...
What's happening?
I'm picking to spend the weekend with Yuri, helping with decorations. Are you the confused friend?
Did you notice how Sayori's name had extra dots beside it?
Yeah, I did.
Wait, what?
Sayori's name, whenever it asked you to pick a name, Sayori's name had extra dots beside it.
It was like ...
Is it because she's not there and she wasn't given as an option?
I don't know.
I would imagine.
Continue!
What?
What'd you say, Cole?
Continue!
Don't tell me how to live my life. Well, I'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri, but me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No, I'm just saying, So, you'll be helping Yuri then, Michael. I mean, I can help all four of you. You just gotta give me time. It's a long weekend. We can make this happen. Right? Is that an option? Somebody should code a mod for this game with an extra option. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, and I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah, I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. I've never seen someone pick Monica. Well, I mean, if I'd have thought about it, I'd have saved, and we could have seen what happens if you picked Monica in a later playthrough. This is the first time Monica's ever been an option for anything, though. Cat, stop flicking your tail under the door. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Well, excited may not be the right word. Horny? That's probably the word she's looking for. She wants the body. She wants the body. But I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Michael? Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No. That's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Michael picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. There you go. They go really well with my tea, and nothing that I do for this event will compare to that. So I get it. I'm kind of surprised, though, why. Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki wasn't the only one surprised. Monica and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be so far out of her comfort. Must be... Shit. Far out of her comfort zone. But I begin to understand Yuri is trying to sound like Sayori, even if it didn't work perfectly. I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciate it. Oh, by the way, Cole and Lexi and anybody else that feels like doing it, the stream, well, I into my stream entity instead of my personal entity, now have a Twitter and a Instagram dedicated to them that you are more than welcome to, and I highly encourage following.
I don't use Twitter, but I got you, fam.
I will link them on my personal Facebook. Or I'll message them to you guys later. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. You better bet that. I believe you. Yay! I hope to see everyone do their best. With that said, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's go out of here then. Everyone packs up their things, and I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry. I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers, okay. Then I'll stop by your house on Sunday. My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that we would be going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house, probably because she keeps some sort of weird sex dungeon. I mean, she wrote a poem about erotic asphyxiation. Alright, in that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Michael. I think that will be a very productive team. Either that or we'll get absolutely nothing done because it'll be a full weekend of just pound town. Which I'm assuming is the next event. We're setting it up like it could be the next event. I mean, you know, I was already slowly feeding her chocolates while reading a book. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any reason you may have chosen me. Burbs? You forget the one reason with the most common sense. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do, but Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression, Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri, really think hard again. It really thinks hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her a tremendous amount of effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, and me too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to come to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof, even though I'm pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she's looking forward to it. Is this the chance to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. And another poetry assignment, right? No, it's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's coming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There is no doubt she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. She's extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't very long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard anything from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. So it's not like we text each other all the time or anything. But I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange for her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally found her. Sayori. Hi, Michael. Oh, she's in a different outfit. It's a weekend outfit, not a school uniform outfit. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a moment of silence between us. Sayori, you haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to be seeing Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time that was decided in the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed because about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to help? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan on meeting up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, was there something wrong? When there's something wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So Sayori smiles and shakes her head. That's not good, Michael. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all, and you wouldn't have come here, but you wouldn't have been thinking about me right now. But this, it's just my punishment, isn't it? And I'm getting punished for being selfish. I think that's why the world's decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Unless I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Aha. I can't talk. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Michael, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you? I guess I have no choice this time. This thing... I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late for school every day? Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy into caring and wasting by and having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. Oh, shit. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond now, is it possible? How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend, because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you, even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little bit better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Michael. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get close with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right. You're right. That I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Michael, there's nothing at all. The only thing that you could have helped, as if everything could be like it always was, but I was selfish and I finally showed what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting the way it does that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, once again, I grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Michael, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Michael, Sayori isn't hugging me back, despite my arms being wrapped around her. Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Michael, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away, and if there's anything you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Michael. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain, but your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let go of her as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice. Then yeah, Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one when I had other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you, but it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be a very, very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Michael,
What?
turn on the game sound.
Is it super important at this point?
Yeah.
Yeet.
Settings. Just the sound volume or the music volume too?
Both.
Both.
Can I at least leave them turned down some?
I mean, yeah. Just know that there are audio clues.
So should I have had the sound on the whole time?
No, it's
No.
now getting important.
You're like you're almost like right there now.
Yeah, you're getting there. You're
All
getting.
right. I look forward.
You're getting to the heavy shit.
I look forward to it. Yeah, because fucking Sayori's gonna kill herself.
All right. Okay, I'm going to go back to watch the stream.
Go shamelessly promote me, my minions. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't worry too much. We're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what is ahead of me. Is the change in music relevant?
Kind of.
As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri. She's totally not wearing a bra under the sweater. That's what happens, right? No, I don't know. I'm assuming things. Thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here, but I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought all the stuff with you. That's right. Level 100 egg. Hello, level 100 egg. Is that any better? Is that any better?
Michael.
Yes, I turned the
game volume down a bit.
I just did.
Okay, I'll go check it. I'll be talking in quick chat.
Thanks, Selena, for being supportive and answering the questions before anybody else can.
I did answer the question.
Technically, Selena answered it first, though. I just didn't see her answer first. Just saying. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least, I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it will be fine. I take Yuri to my room where I've clearly got a full-size bed. Perfect for down. The first thing I do is glance around curiously, the first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you. No, I would be really embarrassed if you were here. I would be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there. I snatch Yuri's wrist while she proceeds to open the desk drawer of mine where he keeps the pornos. I'm sorry. I was thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She put both of her hands firmly on her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. Should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and simple other atmospheric enhancements. Yeah, probably because she's into the kinky choking shit. Again, erotic asphyxiation. Atmospheric enhancements, you know, mood lighting, atmosphere, aromatherapy, candles. Oh, damn. She's taking it all the way, isn't she? Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course, I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. Another place. Although many will stop just out of curiosity. For cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense. I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them at the poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles. And a wooden cylinder-shaped object. It's a dildo. I did some shopping on the way here. So I happened to have these in my bag. I planned on covering the windows with black paper and using candles to light the room. I think it would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, it would be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this is a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? Oh, it's one of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes the switch on the bottom. In just a moment, a thin ray of vapor begins to spout from the small hole at the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? It's a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and it helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer, your heart pounds a little more heavily. Don't you think that will be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked for? Yeah, it's over here. We won't be using them for folding origamis. Origamis. Is that technically plural for origami? What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut the pieces of ribbon and hang them from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create door curtains. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. That's really creative. I have no idea you were so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, as you put it. Why can't you run through a campsite? You can only ran because it's past tense. I don't know why that made me think of that joke. Huh? Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she relaxed more when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Michael. You can write any characters you want. I will help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright. Sitting in the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw different characters on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of ribbon to her desired length, and then she reaches in her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife, probably the same pocket knife she uses to go slash her on her wrist, but we'll leave that alone. The knife is strangely beautiful. silver handle with an intricate pattern that of waves etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Alright, I gotta finish this up because I gotta feed the dog and then I gotta get ready to go to bed because I gotta get up and go to work in the morning. But it's nice to know that Yuri likes kinky shit. Thanks, Lexi. Yuri, whatever it is, it's no reason to judge, to each their own, you know. If you promise you won't be weird about it, yeah, I promise. Alright. The thing is I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. It's a combination of craftsmanship and the feeling of danger, maybe. What am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not. I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Because she's a serial killer. Besides, it's really cool. It's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy, extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious if it's sharpness. I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ow. Michael, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. Oh no. A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off. Without warning, Yuri puts the finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue crawl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Ow. Please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head and her face is burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sure, it was a little weird, and it took me by surprise, but I guess you were just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? I might be stupid, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Michael, did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Michael. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri called me weird. I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It's a tiny cut. Look, it's already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continually make progress on the paper. Yuri. Could be vampire. Add that to my sticky note. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected and will be very effective as a door curtain. It looks great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, what did you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy paint tablets. Ah, right. Oh, like tablets that you dissolve in water to make. One of the items Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course, 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. You don't need to fill the cups too much or it will be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decide to use small plastic cups rather than small plastic bathroom cups instead of full-size cups. Taking Yuri's advice, I put them on a plate and to catch any paint that drips, and I bring them back into my room. Yuri, yes? I came in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve and pulling it back over her arm. Picture straight up, just like Freddy Krueger in it. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses it and puts it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So I thought we would do something simple that looks very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors of the sunrise, then daytime, then sunset, then nighttime. Once it dries, we'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. And then we'll hang it on the wall behind the podium in front of the classroom. Ah, neat. What are we going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri kneels at the opposite side so we don't get in each other's way, and Yuri brushes and adds a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide as we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself, for me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person, even if it's something simple like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me that makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all that it takes to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about everything, like anime games. We're simply sharing the experience with someone. Someone can make me happy. I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner and grabs an unused paintbrush, but I move it at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Sorry. Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Aren't you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. I'm sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There's droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. And is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out to fetch a small towel, then I dampen it with hot water, and I return to my room and kneel back down in front of her. Here. Is this the fan service you guys are talking about? Okay, well, Cole's gone. Here, I pat down Yuri's face and neck with a towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I start to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Just wait for a little longer. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. The intense expression that I recognize her when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped in her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? The aroma of jasmine oil is giving me this dizzy feeling. Yuri's gentle fingers wrap around my wrist and send a tingling sensation through my arm. Then suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up the brush again. But her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling in the night sky with white dots to look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it comes out better. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it's best to leave it here, then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before the event starts. Is that okay? Yeah, that's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. Ahaha. You said that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping you would have a little extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. That's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah, so I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounds like she rarely gets to spend time. She rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxed environment, and that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packed up, I walked her to the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking about today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again whenever you want. You can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forget you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I was trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Michael. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hand. Oh, the music just stopped. What? Is anyone there?
Yeah.
I was not reading those, but I am now. Because somebody has created an Atsuki account, and I feel like it's Cole. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori, hi Michael. Sayori, just now we weren't, it's okay, Michael. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Aw, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry, but we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow. That's fine, right? Of course, Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was only being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know how much fun you guys were. All that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Michael? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. Oh, I'm putting absolutely zero emotion to this because I'm tired. This would be so much better if I could just disappear, Sayori. Don't say that. It's true, Michael. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your time. Wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica is right. I should just... Monica's right about what? Sayori... What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. Don't feel pain anymore. But Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder and reassure her. I'm scared, Michael. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and I started to like you too much. I did this to myself, Michael. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I feel like I know what the game wants me to pick, But I feel like if I pick this one, then it's just gonna make what I'm talking to Yuri pointless. I'm picking it. Screw it. Those are my true feelings, so there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it's helped me realize that you're truly the most important person to me. And that's why I'll accept any of your burdens as long as we continue like this every day. With you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Michael... Suddenly Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Michael, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closely. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Michael. I want to be with you forever. Me too. ... I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is that, Sayori? Am I supposed to be happy? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I've always thought this would be the happiest moment for me, but why, even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Michael. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other, so I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it's always been, even if we are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Michael, Sayori gazes at me once again sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that it's making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me that you loved me, but that's why I trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I have so much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings. I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, even though I can confront her. I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do what it takes to have a happy future with her. Alright, this is where I'm getting off. I gotta go to bed. I gotta be a responsible adult and go to work tomorrow. Don't. You guys are terrible influences. It's the day of the festival. All the days I expected this to be one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I'm considered going to her house and waking her up, but I decided that was a little too much. Meanwhile, preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner that Yuri and I painted is dry. I gently roll it up and take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will go great too. Michael, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets at each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she's prepared with all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that's one of them. On the days this important, she'd try a little harder. I said that, but I suddenly remembered what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing that it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone and woken her up. Maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Ahaha. You should take a little responsibility for her, Michael. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all, but I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell you about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Geez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica is being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill run down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets, laid out on the desk. Oh my, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more serious. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they've performed during practices. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. It's literally just the words "get out of my head" over and over and over and over and over again. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem, but the poem never actually finished. It just stopped moving. That's dark. She's dead, isn't she? What's this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Michael, what's wrong? Nothing. The poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori. So, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her to help her wake up. Even the simple gestures of walking her to school make her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things would be the same as they've always been. That's all she needs, and that's what I want to give her. I reached Sayori's house and knocked on the door. I didn't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door, I let myself in. Sayori, she really is a heavy sleeper, I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all, waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside of Sayori's room, I knock on the door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't this kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Jesus!
Hey, make sure that you check your game files before you stop for the night.
What do you mean check them? Like the fact that it deletes save files randomly?
Yeah, just check the files. There.
What the hell? What the
There
hell?
will be.
Is this a nightmare? It has to be.
There will be a new file that you have to open.
This isn't real. Fuck you guys. If this gets jump scary shit like this all the time, I'm not playing it. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed my urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything would be okay. Then why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her, I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it was for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her? Why did I make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. The swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it's always been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This is some game where I can't reset and try something different. I only had one chance, and I wasn't careful enough, and now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth less than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can't even take it back. Never, 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 never. So that was the end of the game. I'm assuming. That would be new game, but the game's like corrupt because it's taken her off of it. Every time you play through this, Monica convinces one of the characters to kill themselves off until she's the only one left, isn't it?
Now.
Because it won't let you start a new game. It'll only let you reload from where you were.
Now check your files. Just check your files.
What do you mean? Like, check the actual source files of the game?
Yeah. Not your save files, like the actual game file.
Backup game files. How do I go view the files? Browse local files. Traceback, readme. It gave an error with a text document. Restart top context. Oh,
Happy thoughts.
yeah. It's a PNG. I'm not opening it.
Open it.
It's black. Oh, that's fucking creepy. I'm assuming that's relevant to the game. And then if I open Traceback, there's a line that says, "Oh geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I can probably fix this. I think Actually, you know what? This should probably be a lot easier if I just delete her. She's the only one who's making this so difficult. Ah, well, here goes nothing. I'm assuming I wasn't supposed to see that yet. What happens if I click to start a new game?
It will just restart without say worry.
It also fucks up the audio and fucks up the text. Nah, I can't keep playing that. That's too weird.
Yeah. Save where you're at. So you have to. You got so far.
I'm gonna stop this.